Oh, we're going.
Howdy, and welcome to Yooka-Laylee in the Impossible Lair, a video game by Playtonic, released in 2019. It's available on basically every console. I'm playing this video game with my friend Steve.
It's not available on the PlayStation 2.
I mean, it could be if you tried hard enough. I'm pretty sure you could get this video game on the PlayStation 2 if you tried really, really hard.
I guess so. They did do that thing where they put it, where they got the person who made a little snippet of it on the Super Nintendo.
I mean, they got a Lupin the Third video game on the PlayStation 2, and we were just talking about how this is a Lupin the Third video game.
This is a Lupin the Third video game. It's been decided. I'm ready.
They introduced the plot. Capital B's back. He's after the royal stingdom. Queen Phoebe is in danger. We gotta help. We're
gotta
heroes.
help.
We played the first game. Yooka-Laylee, they're heroes. And they hate Capital B.
They can't stand him. They hate his guts.
I mean, look at this guy. The capitalist has become like a full fascist. Who would have expected?
Who could have seen this coming?
You know, I made that comment in my Pick Me Phoebe video, and I think maybe that probably wasn't a great idea.
That's what kept you from getting in this game.
Yeah.
That we're about to embark on.
Yeah, there was a contest to get into this video game. Hashtag Pick Me Phoebe, where you made a piece of art.
That's Phoebe right there.
That's Phoebe.
She didn't pick you.
That's her. She didn't pick me. She was like, I don't like you talking about Capital B as being a horrible fascist. And like, it was in the background, and I didn't think anybody would notice. But I can only assume that was the reason I wasn't picked, because I made a really good video.
Everything else flawless.
Oh boy, this probably wasn't the thing I probably wanted to bring up first, huh? Uh-oh.
I disagree. I think we're off to a great start. There's a fun energy to this whole thing.
That nearly hurt us, Steve.
Nearly hurt.
Because we're jacked into the video game. We're going to experience it. Oh my god. I have never not played this on Joy-Cons, and I'm playing on a Pro controller. Uh-oh. What buttons do what? Uh-oh. What buttons do what?
You'll figure it out.
Oh no, these buttons are not in the way I wanted them to be. Uh-oh, I should have checked this more. That's fine.
It's fine. We're going.
I'm not sure that this game is difficult enough to say that I needed the best possible thing that I could use to play it or anything. I definitely didn't hope that I could get a wired next box controller to play this video game because I was worried about the possibility of my Bluetooth not syncing my controls up.
I've never heard of any of your problems or any of your Bluetooth stuff causing problems for anything on your computer.
Steve, how do we deal with Boris?
Let's turn the game off. I think this is it.
Oh, that was the wrong button. Sorry, it's a different controller than I'm used to. Well, Boris is dead.
Dang.
So this is a tutorial that's here to teach you how to play the video game. So Yooka-Laylee in the Possible Lair, you might have noticed, it's a different kind of video game than Yooka-Laylee. It's a game where they call him Capital
sideways.
P, which is pretty blue if you ask me.
Yeah, that's pretty fucked up.
So it's a 2D platformer in the vein of a Donkey Kong Country. One could possibly say
I don't see the similarities.
a spiritual successor, a Spinequel. So rather than being like a 3D platforming game, oh shit, I've just been slamming A, and I was like, I'm gonna let them speak all their words because that's probably a good idea. But I'm really excited to play this game because as the first episode of Yooka-Laylee Let's Play that Steve and I did, we're really excited about this game.
And
we
probably
really like
many
it.
other.
Probably a lot of the others.
We just want to shut up about it.
So now we have the battalion, and the battalion are going to protect us from danger. What could hurt us? I don't know. The battalion are here to protect us from danger. They'll take the hits for us.
Do you have infinite bees in this part?
You do have infinite bees in this part. It's a tutorial, Steve. You're not here to die. You're here to learn. And you're here to learn that having bees is really fucking good.
Having bees is pretty good.
That's what I'm always saying. I walk outside, and the bees start to swarm around me, and I'm like, this is good, actually.
And you're like, world, I'm glad you've got bees in you.
Yeah.
Surely that won't change anytime soon.
No, there's just bees everywhere.
Yeah.
Y'all don't walk out into your apartment hallway and bees just immediately swarm you?
I don't.
I do refuse to wipe the honey off of my face. because I live my life like a bear, where I just go around. Oh, Steve, do you want to hear something really messed up?
Yeah, I think this is a good place for it.
I saw this on Twitter the other day. Bears don't like honey. Like, they're not like, yum, honey. They attack beehives because they want to eat the bees because they're high in protein. They eat the entire hive. They're not after the honey.
Well, I mean, do they dislike the honey?
I mean, I imagine they don't dislike it, but...
Is it like, oh, they got like a fun protein ball and it's got like a sweet cream filling?
See, that's what I imagine. I imagine they're like, this is a protein-filled donut.
Yeah.
Also, capital B called her Queen Flea Bee. This game has Queen Flea Bee energy, and that this game's gonna make a good old pun anytime it damn well please. See, behind. This game got all of the milk out of the bee pun. They milked the bee for all it had.
They milked those bees.
You wouldn't expect the bee to have as much milk as Yooka-Laylee in the Impossible Lair finds. But hoo boy, did those bees have some milk. So this is the Impossible Lair, the final level of the video game.
We all love a bee milker. This game, the background art, all the environments, very nice.
It looks so good. They took Yooka-Laylee was a really nice looking game, but they're like, well, what if we figured out a couple environments and just made them look super-duper good? Because this game, I imagine, had I'd imagine a smaller budget than the original Yooka-Laylee.
I would imagine so.
They had the success of Yooka-Laylee to work off at that point, but also they didn't have Kickstarter funding, and it kind of came out of nowhere. Oh, also that was the first boss. We beat him. We did it. It turns out
Impossible Lair finished.
It turns out if you attack a fascist before they can attack you, it's really easy to win. Who would have guessed? Yeah. So now we have to go through the Impossible Lair. So this game has some really long levels in it if you're looking for all the secrets and stuff. If you just blast on through, it's not that long of a video game. You can kind of blast on through pretty quickly. And, oh no, that was not good, but that's fine.
It's fine.
Sometimes you make mistakes. See, it's over so quick. Steve, there were moments today where I was like, what if I accidentally just do it?
That would have been great.
I was just sitting here what if we have to accidentally hide this first episode because I just did it? Because if I finished that, it would have been over. But if you lose, there's an entire video game.
Well, luckily you got very close, but...
If I had just made it past a few more jumps, we would have been right there.
That would have been at the end of the game.
But yeah, we have to save the Royal Stingdom from Capital B, help Queen Phoebe take her rightful place as rulers, because Yooka and Laylee, they're heroes, but they want to join the Super Mario level of heroes where they're monarchists as well. They love the monarchy. But yeah, Steve, how would you make it through the Impossible Lair without a battalion?
Without a battalion?
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like you could do it if you had pogo stick. Because that'd get your jumps real high, and a gun.
A gun? Okay. Pogo stick and a gun. Gonna have to remember that for the very end of this video game. Okay. So here's a thing that I'm a really dumb idiot and didn't realize. So this video game, the overworld for it...
Yooka-Laylee and the Impossible Lair.
Yooka-Laylee and the Impossible Lair. This video game is split into two discrete video gaming segments. We have the 2D platforming levels like we just saw with the Impossible Lair, where we go and we Donkey Kong Country around. We also have the overworld where we go and we explore around. The overworld is just the overworld from Yooka-Laylee. Not
yeah, I don't know that I'd say just the overworld.
But we are in explicitly, this is Ivory Towers.
Yes, it is in universe. It is the same location.
I spent so long in this video game that never clicked for me. I was just like, yeah, okay, we're in the Royal Stingdom, whatever. Explicitly at the beginning of this video game, this is the Grand Tome, which were the big old books that you use to go to New Worlds and the other video game. To get to the Royal Stingdom, Queen Phoebe uses her divine right to rule to split the book into different chapters. And look, is that just because I played this video game for so long that I forgot? Maybe. Did I never notice? Who knows? Who could say? No one could say. Also, do you want to continue playing this video game past level 1? You can't. Kabloomi's sitting her, and she's tweeting at us. Can you get past someone who tweets at you?
No.
I haven't been able to.
It's impossible to deal with.
Steve, do you know what a causeway is?
It's like an effect way, but the opposite.
What the fuck's an effect way?
I don't know. It's just like cause and effect.
Damn, Steve. That. I was like, what is a causeway? And I Googled it, but you came up with the joke. This is why you're the this is why you're the improv king. Okay,
That's right.
This is the checkpoint for the video game. It's called a checkmate, which is a joke that I am surprised that more video games don't use because it's very funny. That thing we just killed? The basic bad guy in the video game. A minion.
It's a good name. They gave them names.
They gave them...
They redesigned them.
They redesigned them. So these are explicitly different than the Ghost Riders from the first one. These are Ghost Quills, which upsets me because they're now quills. These should be Ghost Riders. They're writing implements. They should still be Ghost Riders, but they're no longer the Ghost Riders. They're explicitly Ghost Quills, even though they have like the same flavors, which I suppose we'll talk about. We just saw Evie and Heidi. It's a Laylee bell. If we
They
get
still
hurt,
have the same names.
they still have the same names, Steve. This is still Angry. Angry, like you saw it. Like
That's
Evie.
angry, and so am I.
Yeah, Steve's fucking pissed. You can hear it in his voice. I'm afraid to be here with him. There's some bad energy here in the recording room.
That's what I like to bring to YouTube Let Us Plays.
Look at the minions. They have big ol' like eyelashes, and I feel so represented by this game.
They've got a lot going. Like they're a much nicer design than the bad guys in the first Yooka-Laylee.
Also, we got projectiles. We can pick up projectiles. We can spit.
Technically, there were projectiles in the first game.
Oh, I'm sorry. Should we go and redo that first Let's Play, since I seem to have messed it up?
Yeah.
You can kill people with bridges. That's how you know it's a video game. Hideo Kojima was looking at this video game, was like, what if you can murder... Oh, Steve, did you see that?
What?
There was a quill up there in the very top left corner. Had I bounced off of that flying minion, which is a minion with a jetpack, had I bounced off of him, we could have gotten a quill. A big quill, which is worth 10 quills. And you're going to want quills.
You are going to want quills. That's,
oh, hey, this is a Twit coin. We got one of them, but I didn't mention it because, I don't know, I was riffing on Steve or whatever. Steve said something really funny.
It was really good.
It was really good, and I couldn't think.
It's fine. I don't remember it. I will never remember it again. It's gone.
Oh, this is Normie, by the way, Steve. Do you remember Normie? So they still have like different, like, they interact different in this video game, but like they still have kind of like the same idea. Like Normie like kind of like spins around in circles, and he makes like a trail of quills follow them, so you have to pick up all the trail of quills. Also, that flying minion dies just like Boris.
Can you believe it?
So we'll go over, like, we've already seen most of them, but, you know. The Ghost Quills kind of interact similarly to the way they did before, like, in, like, attitude, but, you know, different. Like, Heidi just makes a bunch, and you just have to pick them up quick enough, and whenever you do, you get a thing. Normally, normally the thing for getting, like, all of the quills that a Ghost Rider produces, or catching them in time, depending on, like, what they are, just gives you, like, a big quill or maybe a couple. Sometimes they give you a Twit coin. Twit coins, there are 5 of them in each level. They're hidden really well. Sometimes they can be really difficult to find. And they are one of the 2 main collectibles in the game. If you were to ask me what a main collectible in this video game is. Because, like, the quills are
Zach,
just currency, baby.
What is a main collectible in this game?
It's the Twit coin. And there's a thing that if I said, I would have to censor it. And I don't want to have to put the censor noise into the thing because it really hurts my ears to open that file. Also, Steve, look at that picture. There's a picture of Yooka-Laylee.
Oh yeah,
You're going to see that picture a lot if you look into the background. Because I'll tell you what, I've been looking in the background for this video game. And this video game, they reuse the same kind of, like, settings a lot. They have a lot of different, like... oh, shit, I should have not murdered that man. Because how do we not murder that minion? I could have bounced off of him, and gotten that quill. I hope you're ready for a whole lot of me like, oh, I should have done that.
That's a lot of this game the first time you go through it.
Yeah, but
I know it's not the first time you've gone through it, but it may as well be if you haven't played it in like months.
What if I told you I played the entire game last week?
Months.
Yeah, that's what I said. Last months. This game came out in 2019. It's 2021 when we're recording, so it's been years. I'll tell you what.
That
was Feedy, by the way. In the other game, you spat something into Feedy's mouth to get them to give you a thing, and by get a thing I mean get them. In this video game, they spit things out for you to get. Because oh no, I got caught on the ledge. Oh no. That's fine.
I'm always very surprised isn't the word, but I'm always delighted by all of the animation touches in this game that were definitely missing from the first one.
Yeah, it's all reused, idiot. There's nothing new here.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Steve, what do you think this little guy's name is? Because it's a Snuggle Shell.
Snuggle Shell? Yeah, that's what that was gonna be my guess.
And I'll tell you this, the wiki got it wrong. The wiki thought it was a different enemy's name.
The wiki doesn't know anything.
Demerit to you, Yooka-Laylee Wikipedia.
Is it called Yookapedia?
It's called Yookapedia. It's called like Yooka-Laylee fandom, but it is called Yookapedia, like the first game suggested.
Okay.
Don't worry, they got that part right.
Good.
The video game explicitly says Yookapedia. It'd be hard to get that part wrong.
You know.
Yeah, you know.
You could manage.
I do know. That thing does get a lot of things wrong. Yeah, so Eevee, as you can see, like... Oh, that's not Eevee, that's Normie. Sorry. Eevee's the green one. Normie, you gotta figure out, like, they'll go around in circles, you gotta figure out the right place, they'll kind of, like, wait for them. The video game kind of wants you to chase after them, but I prefer to wait.
Yeah. Maybe you caught this little hidden message, but when you collect all 5 of the coins, it spells out a fun word. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Just like in Ocarina of Time. It's Deku Scrub's famous code. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Did we get all 5? Oh, thank God we did.
Yeah,
I was so worried that I was going to mess this up in level 1. But we did it. We saved a battalion. You know, the battalion. They were the little bees who were protecting us in that first place. And this is Buzzerland, who's named after Chris Sutherland, the project director and a software engineer, who you may know as the voice of Banjo and Kazooie, and did nothing else relevant for the rest of their life. Nothing you could say that Chris Sutherland ever did other than voice Banjo-Kazooie.
That's it.
All they did.
I mean, what else is there?
I mean, I guess there's Yooka-Laylee 1. I guess we could check
true.
their credits and see their bona fides. As people, you know, bona fides.
You shouldn't look up people's bona fides.
Sorry. But we saved a battalion. It's one extra hit. An entire extra hit inside of the impossible lair. With that extra hit, maybe we could have made it, Steve. You said we were close to the end.
We should probably go try again.
So this video game, at this point, is going to try and hammer in the point that, like, hey, you can do whatever you want with this video game. If you want, from the get-go, you can go and try and tackle the impossible lair. Like, we came into level 1, Capital Causeway, to try and do it, but, like, we could have just ignored it and gone straight in and just kept playing the impossible lair over and over again until I got good enough to win. And that's the video game is super duper non-linear, and we'll be talking about, like, bottlenecks in this game and points where it's, like, less non-linear, but, like, as a whole, the entire idea, like, you could complete the game from the get-go. There is absolutely nothing stopping you other than
and
your
you
personal
almost
skill.
did.
And I almost did. We got super close. See, all Laylee's concerned about is getting home in time for cartoons. Yeah, we're going to go off on an adventure, like Kabloomy said, and we're not going to let the crate get in our way. Why would we let a crate get in our way? Because, like, as Steve said, Impossible Lair, I was so close. I was only 97% away from completing it.
That's basically a hop,
basically
skip,
done.
and a jump away.
So, Steve, you never finished the Impossible Lair.
No, I should one day.
I know we talked about, like, the, like, overarching plot that Yooka-Laylee kind of, like, tried to set out.
That I insisted was not in this game.
That you insisted wasn't in this game. Do you remember talking to Queen Phoebe?
Do I remember? Yeah.
Because I've been researching and studying this video game. This is her first week as Queen, which, you know, I imagine every first week of Queen involves a violent coup. It just happens.
Was there always a multiple choice thing?
I couldn't say that there wasn't always, but I
don't remember that.
I don't know.
I remember talking to her and seeing what's going on, but I remember.
I think it was here because our friend Evie went and like wrote out a lot of the like Impossible Lair wiki stuff because it just didn't exist. She's like, well, no one's gonna like write anymore for this because, you know, the Yooka-Laylee wiki kind of like not done. Like, people just don't do it the way they do other things.
One of these days.
Steve, with my minor amount of edits, I am the like 35th most like best like person on the website. Which I know, like 35th, like whatever, but like, you know, 35th best on a wiki, like with like one entry is saying a whole lot. So this is the thing that I had forgotten. Like, she doesn't give us more of like, you know, like, oh, what's Vile up to? But this is a thing that I forgot about. She's going to talk about like what the Royal Stingdom did. So the Royal Stingdom, they transform dreams into Infinity Ink. The Infinity Ink is special ink that you use to write in the one book, which was the MacGuffin for the other game. The one book that was ripped apart that created the pages. The pages are pages from the one book. And like, this is like lore that I was like, oh, I don't remember this in the slightest, huh?
I mean, the Ghostwriters were the people who wrote the one book. They introduced that.
Yeah, but now they have like, well, the way the spinoff connects is the Royal Stingdom. They made the ink that made the one book, which, like, you know, it's not like strange, like, why? But also, like, at the same time, I read that and I was like, well, I certainly must have read this at one point, and I was like, I don't remember this in the slightest, huh? So as you collect more battalions, they get little tents to live in.
That's great. I love that. Now, I forgot what I was going to say, so don't even worry about it.
That's good. I'll cut the episode there.
Hi, hello. I hope you enjoyed the first episode. I think this game is cool and good, and I've been excited to play it for a while, so I hope you're excited about this cool and good game too. I wanted to have an end segment for these videos where we show off the battalions, which I will now say correctly, because if you go into the pause menu, there's like a battalion screen where you can see all the battalion you've collected, and each one has flavor text telling you about the rich inner lives that the Royal Battalion Guards live, and what kind of bee they are, and I thought it'd be cool to just have that in these videos. And since I'm already addressing y'all, there are two more points I want to make before we end this video for real. The first is in the description for all of these videos, there's always a link to a fundraiser for someone in need, and the link to the trans crowdfund hashtag on Twitter, which is just a hashtag where when a trans person's in need, they can tweet about it, and then people can, you know, look through that hashtag and send them money and help them out, and it's cool and good. And if you have any disposable income, I would appreciate it if you would go check these things out and help some people out. It's really cool and good to do, and I would really appreciate it. The second point is that there are in-game achievements called milestones. Now, I played this game on the Nintendo Switch first, and on the Nintendo Switch version, when you get a milestone, a pop-up like this shows up. So I assumed that this game would, you know, that's just part of the game, but I think it might be exclusive to the Nintendo Switch version since there aren't system-wide achievements for, you know, the Switch. So I'm guessing that perhaps that's just not present in the PC version that I am playing for this Let's Play. So, since the pop-ups I was expecting to show up aren't there, I've edited in little pop-ups to show when like a milestone is achieved using the segment from the milestone segment of the pause screen, like I did with the battalion that you're seeing. It's more than a bee, it's a battalion. So that's all I wanted to say. Once again, hope you enjoyed the episode, and thanks for listening to my little ramble at the end. Hashtag Zachary will be in Yooka-Laylee.